Welcome back, everybody. The whole video game industry is about to go retro, so I'm very excited towards the second half of the video in a way to show you a lot of exciting news, at least for me, and I think you guys will also be very excited to see it. A lot of excitement going all around. But one of the, I guess, the first indicators that they, the retro games are going to be better and why the industry is going there for a little bit at least what Black Ops was a big one, right? So Black Ops and Black Ops 2 come out just for PlayStation, and they have more players online than Black Ops 7 does combined on all platforms, which is insane, right? Insane. Obviously, Call of Duty Black Ops 7, 28,000 players right now. Not the numbers they expected. Horrible ratings. It's lower than that. I looked it up on actual Steam. It's at 38%, overwhelmingly negative reviews, right? Now, the meme that goes around, not meme, but the thing that goes around is the dev teams, right? This dev team, one of the worst Call of Duties of all time, versus other dev teams, one of the most successful. And obviously, there's a big difference in something. I think it's noticeable. So now, is that the only contribution? I don't know. They blame it that way, and there's a lot of obviously data towards it, like what's happening with the changes and how the gamers like the Cat Cafe, that'll be a meme in Call of Duty history. But the bigger, like, it's like, do we blame it all on them, or was also the team, like, not just the team, but the overall, like, hey, we have to do this? Did they have barriers? Did they have were they directed to do things a certain way? Remember, that's why Claire 33, the guy from Claire 33 that made one of the best games, right? He left Ubisoft because of all the he said the red tape. He said to make the game I wanted to make, it was taking me forever. So now, are these like people here? Could they have gone? Would some actually say no? Actually, but we need to go back to Black Ops 2, or do they believe the game they made? Like, is that what they actually believe in? Because then you really don't know your audience, in my opinion, especially the Call of Duty audience. They're creative degenerates, but they're fun. Like, and this game, like, they didn't change anything in terms of the lobbies and what people were allowed to say, and the emblems, which are insane but also so creative as well. It's like so interesting. Like some of them, like they make anime emblem, like clan tags, emblems, whatever. It's like you should go to art school. Like this is you should be a developer. Like how did you make this with like they'll make like the whole city or like Spider Man with like seven squares in a circle. And it's like I can't even imagine how to even do this. Like some people are just supremely talented, and we need them. You actually should just you should play Black Ops, but you should really go into the gaming industry as well. So yeah, I mean, I grew up. I'm old. I play Call of Duty. I've been called insane things. Have had insane conversations. Is really putting arguments, just full on arguments, cursing, saying obviously some insane stuff that in today's world, especially in Ubisoft, Rainbow Six Siege that does mic monitoring will ban you forever. And it's like, why? You could just mute me and I could just mute them when I want to focus. So why the overreach? So is it better? It's not just a better game, it's a more free game. Cat Cafe, the hallucinogenic you know, uh campaign, nobody really bought into that. And now the market is speaking, which is good. That's what you want. So the market is speaking. So I think what you're gonna see, I'll show you in a little bit. We're going retro. And I think the retro phase is to hold the industry over until they make new games. For example, um, an extremely underrated game, Star Wars Pod Racers, is back. I don't know that much about Star Wars. I like Darth Vader, but I love Pod Racers because I like racing games, and that was a phenomenal game. So I'm excited that's back, but that's retro. That's like Nintendo 64 cartridge days. Like some of the new games, and this is not the only one that's been terrible. If you guys remember, Concord loses Sony. Concord lost 400. It cost 400 million to develop. Sony lost 400 million, or like actually, it was spent 200 million something. Yeah, they lost a lot of money. Lose 200 million in 12 days. Yeah, spend 400 million, essentially lost 200 million. Lost like it was billions in the stock market because of such a flop. Because this was supposed to be an Overwatch kind of Apex, probably I don't know, forever game in a way. Like Apex is like dragging it out. And so yeah, they lost big money on that, and obviously because they try to go a certain direction, that's obvious. And I never, you didn't even get to play the game. I mean, it went out pretty quick. They canceled it right away. So Conqueror lost money, and then let's not forget about Dragon Age Veilguard and how much money they lost. EA lost. The estimated budget was 300 million, which these budgets are getting insanely bloated. Was it Obscure Claire 33? I want to find the right name. I'll look it up. They made it was like 8 people, and obviously AI helped. And I know there's like anti AI stuff, and to a certain extent, I think you should want human artists and human development. But if AI can speed something up by assisting you, that's better than just creating it. Now, I use AI obviously for my thumbnails because I work 40 hours a week, and I honestly can't do it as fast as an AI to generate the thumbnail. The rest of the bad editing is just me. So yeah, they lost huge money. They're the ones that lost market as well, market cap. Like what was it? Uh, Somewhere around here, 6 billion. Well, I feel like this is like clickbait in a way, but yes, they lost a huge market share on that. Um, 250 million. Oh my god, the game's budget was reportedly around 250 million. That's insane. That is insane. How is it that much? Anyway, they lost money. They lost money. They try to go again with Dragon Age, the Veilguard. They changed the art style. They changed the story. From what I've seen, it's just a person like, yeah, this person screaming about getting, I don't know, misgendered or something, some insane thing. So, yeah, you're gonna lose money going that route. This is it, and this looks similar. Maybe that's not the case, but obviously there's a trend. And now here's the very exciting news. Here's a list of all the games coming out that are getting remade. Obviously, we saw Assassin's Creed Black Flag get remade, and that's been fairly successful. And I think I'm gonna get it just because I want to see updated graphics. I played the whole game; it was super fun. I'm not looking forward to 100% completing it again, but just being in the seas, a pirate's life for me, and just having some fun ship battles is something I look forward to. It's a great game, a fantastic game. Now, Halo, we saw like a sneak peek. Halo's getting the campaign involved is getting a remake. Looks phenomenal. They added so much texture to the levels. They added so many extra things. The fire looks very good, uh, and it was a necessary update. And 2011's Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, unlike 2011's Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, which was a remaster, this is gonna be a complete remake with the Unreal 5 engine. So yeah, Halo's overdue. People like Halo, still fan favorite. So I'm sure a bunch of people are very happy to see that. Now, Trails in the Sky Chapter 2, second chapter. I have the first one. I haven't played it yet, but there is some good news because I have the reviews right here. It has insane reviews. Turn-based RPG, which I'm a fan of. I love Final Fantasy VII and, character building, weapons changing, etc. Look at this. 95% overwhelmingly positive reviews. This is going to be fantastic. So, if this is just a remake, this is going to be, I would assume, just as fantastic. So, I'm excited. Rayman Legends, not a big Rayman guy, but hey, if you guys played it and liked it, congratulations. You're getting Legends retold. Gungrave, super interesting. Gungrave was a great anime from 90s, I believe. And if you're too young to be born in the 90s, you should go back and check it out. If you like, I like the old art style, which is like the hand drawn thing and hard to explain, but 90s anime just hits different. I'm a big fan. And apparently, I knew there was a game, but I didn't play because it had horrible reviews. And it was Blood Heat serves as a redemption of sorts for the poorly received action game by bolstering it with a host of improvements. So now I'm gonna get it. Gungrave is like so good, man. Just the anime, you guys have to see it. Now the biggest one is the Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. I'm so excited to try this. Not try. I mean, it's gonna be as long as they keep it the same. Keep the Sand Village the same. Keep the characters the same. Keep it. Do not change a single thing. Just make the graphics better. It's a complete game. So I'm super excited. I spent so much time on Legends of the Ocarina of Time, in particular. Oh my! I mean the songs, the everything, man. The water temples, like everything you did is just amazing. The little puzzles, the fishing, the different villages. Oh my god, it's just phenomenal, just phenomenal. Temple of Time was phenomenal. Everything, like getting Epona for the first time. I cannot believe this is coming back. So I am just beyond excited. I'm gonna get it right away. It was just a cinematic teaser of Sleeping Link, but they shared no details. But just do it justice, please. So I'm excited about that. Very excited. Tomb Raider, Legacy of Atlantis. So that's a remake. Obviously, Tomb Raider keeps releasing games. It's not something that you haven't seen, but maybe they. I don't know if they have the rights to do the original Angelina Jolie looking Tomb Raider. Well, they never did actually. So we'll see. But very exciting. Persona 4, I haven't played Persona 4. Some people have, they say it's good. So if you like it, congratulations, coming back. Now, Final Fantasy 7, there's been remakes. There's been the complete kind of, well, not the remake, it's like a port almost. You get to play the original game and just kind of cheat your way through it if you wanted to. And then they made the live action, like live action, yeah, game. I hope this is turn based. I hope this is the original, but this is the final chapter, so it'll remake the trilogy. But I wish they'll come back with just updated graphics, but turn based, just like the game we talked about here. Trails in the Sky, because clearly there's a market for it. Turn based, there's still a market for it. The next one, Ronpa 2x2. I don't know what this is, but if you like it, congratulations. I'm happy for you. Hope you get to have a good time. 2012, 14 years. Frostpunk, I've heard good reviews, haven't played it. So 2018 is not that long ago, but I'm sure there's plenty of updates they could do. Now, Resident Evil, that's a strong fan base for Resident Evil, so I'm sure there's a lot of people excited about that. 2000 survival horror adventure. That's a long time later, so I think it's going to be fantastic. Although the reimagined storyline will be largely faithful to the original, expect to experience new narrative elements as well. I'm not sure I do, though. Again, the customer is going to speak. So, and I'm not the biggest Resident Evil person, so I don't know if it's a make or break. We'll have to hear from the people that've played both. Fate Extra Record. Is this like Fate Zero? Record rebuilds Fate, the first entry in the dungeon crawling RPG series. Let's go. With updated character graphics and beefier narrative. Nice. All right. A more strategic deck building experience. Okay. Style of dramatic combat. All right. Well, I just butchered that. Let me read it correctly. A more strategic deck building style of dramatic command battle. Well, this looks fun. Deck building is also fun. You know, I haven't done that in a while, but I'm sure. Now, this is another interesting one. God of War Trilogy Remake. If this sells more than the new God of War game, again, the customer would have spoken. And you could be mad, but that's the consumer. And honestly, I know the first one was fantastic. So and again, what they say is it's a complete remake, a complete. So it's going to be a full overhaul, as they say here. The gameplay, potentially gameplay overhaul of Kratos' Greek adventures of God of War. So as long as they do it right, but just complete remake of the graphics, not just like a little polish on them, this will do extremely well. And again, very interested to see if this is going to be something that sells better than the new one. Now, Max Payne, I play Max Payne, very fun, very interesting. And they have the slowdown feature. For those of you that haven't played Max Payne, that didn't get to play Max Payne, it was interesting because you have a gun battle, and you can dive and do things, but it'll freeze time when you dove, and you could just shoot in slow motion. It was pretty cool, and obviously a good story. So this will be fun because it's so long ago, 2002. So imagine after 20 plus years what they could do. Liberty remake. I don't know what this is. So, but if you played it, hey, guess what? It's coming back, and I hope you enjoyed and have the time of your life. Silent Hill. A lot of people play Silent Hill. Very good game from what people say, and they enjoyed the story. Very old, so now you get a remake. Again, I hope it's good. Splinter Cell. Also very fun. I played the Splinter Cell games. More like a modern, not as interesting of a story. Uh, Metal Gear Solid, but it's very fun, and they had solo missions that I like doing. So very good. Overall, I think this should be a win as long as they rebuild the game from scratch, obviously, which is what they want. So the stealth elements are going to go crazy. Maybe they can add a couple guns or other things, but Splinter Cell was always solid. Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic. Again, I'm not big into Star Wars, but I've heard of this a lot. So if they're going to do a whole remake, I think people are going to be very excited about it. Again, I did the Pod Racers. That's it. The Witcher remake It's been a while, so they're going back, which it deserves. So The Witcher was a good story. It is a good story, and giving the old one, because the new one, the next one is not perceived as well either, because I mean, I'm butchering the names. Obviously, I know very. I played The Witcher a little bit. I couldn't get into it. So, but yeah, they're not gonna have the same main characters. What us, maybe that's what it was. But yeah, Witcher 1, 2, and 3. Obviously, I've tried a little bit of all of them. I got the idea roughly, but huge fan base, so I'm happy for them, and I hope it does justice to what they want. So again, they're going back, and I feel like this is gonna be a break. I would like to say I'm so happy I got to live a life where I played the original Ocarina of Time. I do have my Nintendo 64. I do have Ocarina of Time still that I get to, like, 20 something or however long years later get to experience it with way upgraded graphics. And again, zero story deviation. Do not deviate. So this is gonna be like a crucial time in our timeline. If these do well, which so far they have, this has done well. Black Flag has done well. Black Ops has done well. This is gonna do well for sure. This is a lock. Put your money, bet the house on this, right? But obviously, Final Fantasy 7. If these do well for the most part, it's gonna show that the old games and the old way of making saying stories or whatever, that old chemistry of a game is better than the new kind of political activist looking BS that you want to escape a game. Like the game is a fantasy, it's a different world. Like Borderlands 3 did that with President no Commander Trump, which or whatever they made fun of. Is that I don't want to be we're in Borderlands. We're 1,000 light years away in a different planet with no one even knows who, right? Like it has no attachment to Earth. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? I'm trying to escape this because every day you see it everywhere, like on your Instagram or whatever social media is. Like you're trying to escape that, try to have fun and play games. So like this whole like narrative of pushing certain things that are like this affects real life. Well, this is a video game. It has nothing to do with real life. And so far, every time you try to do it with Concord, with Dragon Age, like when trying to push this new narrative, sales bombed, you lost money. And at the end of the day, as much as these companies lie to you and pretend they care about anything else, the bottom line is shareholders and money. So they're not going to be able to sustain that. Like I said, with these do well, we might get a shift back to getting creative, fun games that focus on how the gamer kind of integrates into the game and what they experience rather than like this, like getting told what this is or getting told something. I want to get in and play a game and a fun game. So focus on that. Focus on interesting story, good balanced game mechanics, and the game to feel solid. And maybe even, you know what? You know what? Another thing these games all had in common, right? All the old games, they don't have a lot of bugs. They're fully fleshed out. They're not released and then, oh, by the way, let's throw 17 patches on something. No, they didn't need They were done. They're fixed. They weren't fixed. They were built right. So that's something else that maybe that they can take away from this. So I think they're going to do well. I'm also very excited for to try Gungrave again. Look it up. It's a good anime. Trigun. It's not similar, but it's the same era. Trigun, Gungrave, Vampire Hunter. No, was it Vampire Hunter D? No, there's another one I'm trying to think about. Phenomenal anime. But yeah, I think this might be a big reset. I think they lost money on this, and then they're gonna remake money on this, and that's a clear indicator of what the gaming community uh, prefers. I don't want to be silenced. Like I don't. I've made friends. I don't know about you guys. I've made friends. Like I shit talk people, and they shit talk me, and after a little bit, like all right, let's run the next one. Same thing. Some of the friends I made on Apex is because I got on and we cursed each other out, and then we kind of figured it out. Now there's a line, obviously, and if somebody crosses it, you can mute them. But I don't want to be monitored 24/7, and I wouldn't want the other person to do that either. Like I said, they can mute me, I can mute them. Most of the time, I can play on mute. Who cares? Who cares? This proves it. No one plays your game when you go that route. Now, here's something else. What other game? What I want to hear from you guys. You guys have ideas, obviously. What other game would you like to see a remake? You want to hear a really niche one I was thinking about? Here's you're not gonna. Most people would not even know about this. Here it is. I wanted to bring it up. Here it is, Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist of the Roses, baby. Let's go. Because you set cards down, like you had a leader, you picked any card, your leader, and as you won games, your leader gained stars like a general, and then some leaders had insane abilities, like they could move 2 slots. Because this is like I don't want to do a whole breakdown, but it's super interesting. Like these are all terrains, right? Like Yami, dark, field for soldiers, like normal. And like if your card got on terrain, they got a attack and defense boost, but they got movement boost because each card can move around the field 1 slot. But if they're in their own terrain, like a dragon on mountain terrain can move 2. That's huge. They need to fix something. So it was definitely not balanced. Definitely not balanced. But it was so interesting. So yeah, that's the Toon World. Oh, and you can create your own field. Oh my god, phenomenal, phenomenal. That's so niche. Lord of the D over there. Yeah, yeah, it's unbelievable. It was so much fun. So if they remade that, and I don't want new cards. I don't understand Pendulum. First of all, I don't want to understand Pendulum. I don't want to understand Link. That's too insane for me. One turn wins are dumb. I just want to play old school. This was but interesting concept. So that's one for me. I want to hear from you guys if you have any other niche ones, or any ones that you prefer to see, and which ones are you most excited for? There's a lot on this list, and there's more to come. So, for me, it's obviously Ocarina of Time #1, and I think that'll be for a lot of the my generation. But a lot of the people maybe didn't play that. If they're maybe Persona or God of War, for sure will have a lot of people. So I want to hear your thoughts on this, what you're excited about, and any other games. For sure, I want to be surprised by what other games that we want to see completely remade, brand new, but same old story. So yeah, I'm excited for the future. I think this will be a timeline, like a turn point, because I know these will bank. These are gonna do well, and we might see this might lead to better games moving forward. So I'm trying to be very optimistic about the future of gaming, and for the most part, aside from Apex, because that seems to still be going like garbage, everything else hopefully looks good. So let me know what you guys think, and thanks for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one.